Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the grand final of the ETF2L Nations Cup number 5, powered by TT Esports. With me tonight on the microphone is going to be my casting partner, Ali G, and on the camera we have Suyooo. Feeling, Ali?
Oh, I'm great. I'm just loving spec tools right now.
Ali's having a little problem setting up all these wonderful tools we have as casters here. He's currently smashing his head off the keyboard trying to get them to function. I've got mine set up, so I am watching these players as they join the server. I'm hyped. I know Ali's hyped. We both want to see England lose. No, we don't. We're English.
Yeah,
we love our
we're just
country.
bitter we weren't picked, right?
Yeah. So there's no bias here. It's going to be a very unbiased cast, completely. The maps are going to be... the cameraman is informing me he has to restart TF2, but that doesn't matter because I'll keep you entertained with a beautiful voice. The maps are going to be Badlands, Gullywash, and the Decider of Granary if it goes to that.
Indeed, I'm pretty sure that's the same as what the final was going to be invitational as well. So those maps clearly the pick of the day for the top players at the moment. Granary, surprisingly actually as well. I guess everyone just hates sort of Process and Snake Water enough that Granary is station.
Yeah, it's some people complain about it a lot, but you do see some very exciting mid-fights, exciting last pushes, exciting everything as long as they don't stalemate it up, and I do not believe for a moment that what we're going to see here is going to be a stalemated game in the slightest. We have got some incredible players here for England v France. Did I even mention that it was England v France? I'm not sure whether I did. The grand final tonight is going to be England, who have stormed through their bracket, against France, who, if I'm not mistaken, had a fairly close, incredibly good game against Lithuania in the semi-final. 2 golden caps, so the French were lucky. French were lucky to escape there from the incredible upcoming team of Lithuania. But as far as I know, England have kind of sailed through.
I think I got it.
Well done, Ali. They knocked out Germany in the other semi-final, which was quite convincing. I think it was 5-0 then 6-1. We had a little bit of a picnic, a rip in peace just then, but we're back. We're live. Don't worry, the game isn't over. It's barely even begun. Your night of TF2 is ready and awaiting. We're still waiting for a few players from either team. England almost completely on the server here.
And a caster.
Yeah, and a caster. How are you, Ali? Are you in?
I'm doing great. I should be joining the server soon, and I don't know whether or not I'll have advanced information at my disposal, but that's not really the matter. I can live on the pure hype of what I can see as I'm roaming around. But
you've got incredible game sense. That's all you need.
All right.
You are one of the potentials, one of Byte's chosen.
Okay, let's redirect this conversation towards the actual teams who are playing tonight.
That's a very good idea.
So I'm not certain about the French confirmed roster. There was a bit of talk whether or not Boole, the medic, would be playing. I can't remember.
He is in the server at the moment, so he will be playing. Okay. He was having a dinner with his brother, and he wasn't sure whether he would be able to fob it off to be able to play the grand final. Obviously, not France's hopes and dreams not as important to him as having a leisurely dinner with his brother, but he has made the effort. He has arrived, and so he will be here for this match against England.
Take me through the players Sideshow. I mean, you can see the people on the server. I'm pretty sure I know the roster, but you've got the best view.
Shall we run through France first, if that's all right? So, as we mentioned, we've got Boole on medic. They were thinking of running with Izzy, but no, Boole has turned up, so he is going to be the medicine man. On Demoman, there's going to be Exxon, who is famed for being hyper-aggressive, jumping behind people and piping the bejesus out of them. We then have on soldiers Dagon on pocket and T-Mac on the Roma class. T-Mac, very good Roma, play for Crackline, I believe, was the last time, and the Frenchies are going to be playing this upcoming season as well with a fairly similar team. And the scouts are going to be Flippy of the Sniper fame, and with him, Godhand Nico, who has that name because he was banned at one point for pressing buttons too fast, but they found out it was just his incredible movement speeds. The kid's been working out his finger muscles.
Indeed. So the thing worth talking about there is the change they made since the semi-final, where Hayden, who was subbing for Exxon then, has now been replaced by the main counterpart, Exxon that is, who's definitely an upgrade, but I think how they played against Lithuania compared to how badly England destroyed Germany, I think their team are going to have to play out of their skin in more aspect than just having an upgraded demo man in order to beat this English team, or certainly the English team that played against Germany.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. England, I think, are the firm favourites to take this, and I'm really hoping France can pull something out of the bag and give us an incredible game here. But I'm actually surprised by how much England have been dominating their bracket. I was when when I played against Israel, I think I threw the game a little bit, but they didn't seem to be utterly dominating. I'm surprised Germany didn't put up more of a fight.
Yeah, definitely agree. We talked about how on the server you'd think in terms of soldiers and scouts, Germany had the edge. Sort of Bash, Samzi, and then Rising and Gear were just sort of insanely top level players at the moment, but it just didn't work out for them, I guess. I'm not sure. Go back and listen to the interview with Samzi we had after the game for more insight. I think it was just a case of, it wasn't anything big, it was just a case of in a lot of their pushes, they just ended up coming out always like a player down or with a disadvantage, and it felt like a really close game in terms of the back and forth, but the scores just like definitely said otherwise. So someone coming in from the cold would admittedly make it look like a lot more of domination than it was, but it was just England constantly coming out on top in the long fights.
Yeah, and that's probably going to provide a bit of a backdrop for this game as well. Shall we run through the England roster though, Ali? Because they've had some changes as well. One of their key players who has been...
we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, one of their key players that has been in every one of their knockout games so far has been simply cut aside with no thought as to his feelings here.
Complete brutality there. Butno's the orchestrator of the crime. So basically we've had Cadus, who was on hiatus for a while, and then Stark, who was unavailable with the semi-final, which basically means Permzilla, Butno's his scout partner from Did I Stutter, had come in to scout duo with him for the round of 16, the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. But upon Cadus now continuing his role from Demo Man from the semi-final and Stark coming back, he has no longer been seen fit to have a place in the team. But that is mainly Butnose. I think Cadus and Stark and others I've talked to have been fairly indifferent towards it, but it was Butnose who gave the final swing of the axe. I think he's taken over a role as being a coordinator for England, so he had the authority to do so, probably in fear of his sport being taken as well, because I mean Stark is a better scout than either Butnose or Permzilla, but I mean both performed amazingly against Germany. You'd think that Stark coming in wouldn't make a massive difference, but Stark has played pretty much up to that point besides the semi-final, so I think he definitely does deserve his place. It's just frustrating that there's 7 people who deserve their place. Well, 8 if you include yourself, Sideshow.
I would definitely include myself in players who deserve to be on this England roster. To be honest, I'm surprised they even let me roster ride for this cup. It was a terrible idea from them.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, brother.
So, did you run through the rest of the roster there as well?
No, so that was the scout drama. So ultimately, that's left us with Butnose and Stark on scouts. Coming up to soldier, we've got Warher Yer, who's moved from Demo Man to play Pocket Soldier and was just incredible against Germany in the semi-final. Drak, who's probably more of a Pocket Soldier by fame, has moved on to Roma. And on Demo Man, War made way for Cadus, who, of course, why wouldn't you want him there? And on Medic, we have Raymond, who was most recently the Epsilon Medic, who got cut for land, but is still very, very good.
Yeah, very good team, and
solid.
Storming through everything. They're gonna have to. France are gonna have to be pulling something huge out of the bag. Just before we go live, as I hear one team readying up, what are your predictions for this map, Badlands?
I'm not sure. I think England will take it. I want it to be a close match, but I think the English will dominate this map. I'm going to go with 5-1.
That's very interesting. I also think that they've got a better chance of dominating this map than they do Gullywash. I think Gullywash is going to be a lot closer, but I'm going to go with a 7-2. I think they'll actually hit the win difference here on Badlands.
I always try to be rational and not give them that amount of bias towards one team, but I think I will be finding England perhaps by a significant margin up and regretting that decision. But we shall see. the Frenchies can definitely turn it on, maybe in response to tougher opposition.
Yeah, definitely. I think whenever you're playing against a better team, you find yourselves playing better, unless you've been utterly crushed. But I don't think that's going to happen today. I think we're going to be seeing some excellent TF2. Of course, the Frenchies, a lot of them coming back from a large hiatus and reforming their team for Season 19. So I've forgotten what the exact team name is at the moment. It might still be Le Chaperon with the
what? Châteauroux.
That's the one. Le Berrichon de Châteauroux. So I have no idea what that means. It could be incredibly offensive.
Yeah, we could be massively offending a massive population right now.
I know that that's a
Just
place in France, Châteauroux.
Okay.
That's probably terribly pronounced as well.
Yeah, we should probably just move off French words for now.
Definitely. There is
a
also
minute
a
ago,
French stream
we're live in 90, Suyooo that is, so I presume hopefully we'll be there soon.
Excellent, excellent. So we're going on to this first mid in but a moment. Our predictions are both favouring England right now, but we're hoping beyond hope to be surprised by France here.
Completely ready to be proven wrong, indeed.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what Exxon can do. I love watching him on Badlands. He has some crazy stuff that he does, jumping all over the place. He plays a very roaming Demoman style.
If we go live,
more than Cadus, really.
We go live, by the way. Do you want to lead in? I'm still waiting for my TF2 to load into the game, but
you still haven't launched TF2.
I've launched TF2. I just had to restart.
Alright, sorry. When you said your PC was bad, I thought it was like incredibly bad, and you hadn't even got into TF2
I just sat there watching my desktop, thinking there's something I'm missing right now.
Yeah, I have the feeling that there's supposed to be a game going on.
This isn't just a discussion stream. Thought this was fully charged, what?
Oh, apparently War was lying to Suyooo and we are not going live. One team just has unreadied, so that is that. Did you see? Oh, no! He wasn't lying, we have gone live. So if you're not in the game, I am going to bring you the first middle of this 5th ETF2L Nations Cup Grand Final between France and England. First mid, I'm watching Exxon as he arrives in the house. He's a few seconds slower than Cadus, but he is on balcony. Cadus has got so much space on this middle, and Buttnose is going to shit house as well at the same time as Drac. They've got a lot of presence on the trip in now. But Team-Out comes in for the large bomb. They both team up to get onto Starkey, and Raymond's gone down as well. Drac tried to go aggressive to take some space as well, but he's gone down as well. Cadus bombing in, trying to get something down. He tried to get onto Bull there, but hit none of his pipes and none of his stickies, and it's only Ward that was left alive after that. He did pick up 2 frags, I think. But, no, only 1 in fact. And now hiding under Grey Bridge, gonna try and make a play onto Bull. He jumps up, he's got a nice rocket. Oh, misses the second. Bull was on half health there, another rocket, and he would have gone down. He was only on 92% Uber. But Stark's coming from behind here as well. The English not content to give up this Spire without a fight.
30 HP. Drak's surely going to get him down. They get the force out. Yeah, I've just come back in, that is. I think Stark and Drak already gone down, are going to go down, but that's pretty good for England in terms of losing players relative to the force. Of course, Raymond died in that, but the Frenchies were forced far away enough from the point. They're still going to have a tough time pushing in, because it looks like they want to come in right now. That Sentry is doing quite a bit of work, and they have to move back. And England now with the Uber advantage are going to probably be wanting to push out. So I think we're going to see a bit of a defensive setup, maybe going back to Stonebridge for the Frenchies.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we had a really dominating start, a really fast and aggressive beginning there for France. They set the tone of this match, destroyed England on mid, and now England having to push out from their last. I can see stickies from Exxon all over Bobby. He'll be trying to catch somebody out with them. Kate is still on that loose cannon, which he loves running on Badlands last. But England slowly pushing this one out, looking like they want to come down through drop down, but Bull has his Uber charge ready.
Yeah, they've been quite hesitant at the moment. Surely they must know that France have got theirs now. And it looks like, yeah, they're just setting up for a straightforward hold at the moment, giving the chance to the Frenchies to push again, putting the ball back in their court. They can still hiding in that position, just waiting for someone to push. Sooner or later, they're surely going to realise that they're going to have to push for something. It looks like Starkey's gone all the way behind to middle at the moment on the flank, going to try and get something done. See if he comes into play later in the game. I'm not sure if he's going to go in. Has he been spotted yet? Then no, he's just in a choke at the moment, peeking in and out, but I don't know if they've seen him or not. What is he going to do?
He is behind them right now, hits with a huge meat shot. More than 100 damage there.
Good pop.
Bull has to force. It was nice by Bull. He didn't see where damage had come from, but still managed to get the pop off. Dagon's gone in to try and get the force onto Raymond. Doesn't manage to hit a rocket on him at all. Nice dodging from Raymond. And now Flippy has respawned onto Spy as they anticipate the push out from England.
Yeah, T-Mac should try and get the force here, but he's been spotted far too early. Just sat up on that spy. He's going to be healed up. The force is going to come really early from England. They really need to get forward and get on this frag. It looks like War the one going for Bull, but Bull is juking him so far, not taking any damage. Exxon is still there, surely going to go down, but he's been the only frag so far. They do pick up Nico, though that was earlier on, but T-Mac still far forward. Probably could have got himself out there, but Dagan comes back in actually with Bull, gets a nice shot onto Starkey, but they just haven't really. There's too many English players there to work. But Bull gets the Ubisoft. Oh, the choke.
That was brilliant by the French. That was so nice by the French. T-Mac just hit on Spire throughout the entire fight and then dropped down and took out Raymond. And then the combo from France was just a little overextended and Dagan couldn't finish off the frags, but Bull came in with his Ubersaw and managed to kill War, who's the pocket for England, and saved themselves the Spire, which they're now trying to recontest, but they haven't quite got hold of it.
I'm calling that a choke personally. War had time to kill him, but Bartos is in at the moment on Bull. Bull down to 30 HP. The English not being able to get much damage down onto Bull at the moment, showing his dodging skills are really quite vital. I'm sure probably Izzy, I think, who's going to replace him. Haven't seen much of their play, but there's a back gap. Did you see that?
I actually missed that. No, I was watching the team fight that was going on. Hopefully the cameraman caught that. I think it was Nico, was it, who managed to get behind? Right, so we're coming up to the second mid. The French were so dominant on the last one. They showed England who was boss. Cadis now opting to play a little more passive than he did last time. And the French combo just hanging around on that shit house, ready to go aggressive. And now the aggression comes in from T-Mac and Flippy. Nico gets onto War and takes him out as T-Mac's kept in control of the enemy train. Oh, but Cadis pushes across the point and takes down Dagan, and Bull gets dropped as well. But the French sacrificing their medic.
They're on the chase now for Raymond, but Starkey's with him, trying to heal them off, but Raymond's just completely jumped over him and takes down Raymond with their sticky. Stark goes down in the end, trying to get, I think he was fighting Flippy, he was, but Flippy called his boys, and the French took that. At one point, that might have been a whole wipe, you think? Either way, the Frenchies have been dominating on these middles so far. That was more of a team effort. The first middle, it was just Nico and Flippy, and they completely tore apart England. But this mid is just the Frenchies are showing their dominance, really. It's quite surprising.
It is. It's not exactly what we had predicted, but I'm glad that it's happening like this. England forced onto the back foot, and they lost their last round to a back cap.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They've got a slight advantage at the moment. I'm surprised England aren't going with a Pyro, actually. Oh, they have, my bad. Gone for Pyro and an Engineer, so full off class. They've only stuck one soldier on that left-hand side at the moment, so that could be quite a weak spot for England in terms of the Frenchies' push. But with that Uber, you definitely expect them just to come in and go straight for the combo. So a little bit of presumption there by England, but it's probably going to actually work out as that Pyro is just denying all of the spam to the top, and the Frenchies are just going to rush for the point. But England are going to drop down after the Uber, and they're going to have so many frags. Just Dagan left alive at the moment, essentially doing so much work. Only Butnose, the Engineer, going down for England, but that's not going to matter too much. Dagan is just running away. He's hidden in that top area, but Adis has spotted him straight away. He's going into the lobby. He's got 6 HP. He eventually gets taken down, and that's going to be a full wipe for the Frenchies and a brilliant hold for England, still with their Uber.
Sorry, you'll have to bear with me. I had to restart my TF2 there. Carry on going, Ali.
No more jokes about me. There's Nico hiding behind at the moment, but Starkey has spotted him as the rest of the English team are pushing out to the middle. They Uber and they get really far forward into him, pick up Exxon and Nico. They are going to see Bull get away, but that's been a solid Uber by England to pick up so many frags. T-Mac is still in that middle fighting. He's stuck down in Valley. Going to be taking down Kada, still on his loose cannon, actually, noticing that from that push out. Never got the chance to change it. England now capping middle, is going to be moving straight up to the second. The French with only 2 people alive aren't going to be able to contest fire, as Drac is already up there to deny Dagan getting any damage at all. England with 4 people on Spire, just completely crowding out the zone here. No flank play at all, just going to barrel forward. And they do have a Uber disadvantage here, so they need to be wary of not coming forward a bit too much or overextending, as Drac is already onto last, but Bull isn't there at all. There's no one for him to force. Bull's already pushed out with Exxon, and they have actually Ubered now straight back onto England. Raymond catching the same surf, but he just went down. That pipe from Exxon was incredible. Raymond was already through the haunted door, but it must have been the most acute angle that pipe could have come from to take him down.
Oh my god, Cadis with the potato cannon absolutely destroying T-Mac there and defending Spire so well, but unfortunately it does go France's way. Now he jumps in as well.
He's on sticky. Oh,
doesn't manage to take it. He was on 2 low health by the time he got onto the combo there.
England going to be looking for a force here on the choke, providing the Frenchies wait for their Uber advantage. Exxon is peeking through at the moment, so they might actually just go straight off, but Drak is launched in the air, really far forward at the moment, getting some big damage onto Bull though. He's sky high, pushing him down. Nice work there, and the Frenchies, they've got the player advantage. Oh no, it's just been drawn equal actually, so this is just going to be a straight DM fight, but it looks like it's going England's way at the moment. They've got quite a few players, but they've got the same amount of players at the moment, but they do have the medic alive, so they are going to have superior health on the long term, even if they haven't got as much firepower. The frag is from Dagon actually is going to come out, and they're going to clean up. Wow. Amazing work there from Flippy and Dagon combined.
That was really nice play from Dagon. He went into house and nobody saw him. He came out, picked the kill up on Stark, and then managed to bomb. And Nico used the aggression from Dagon to be able to pick up those 2 frags onto Cadis and Raymond.
Our control point.
Indeed, and England now is sitting at another disadvantage. Still not massively significant, but 10 seconds, and the Frenchies have been pushing on the button so far, so you can imagine them just building really solidly and then coming forward when they do have the Uber. They do have time to counter this top lobby hold that England do at the moment, but England do pick up T-Mac and Dagon now, so they've got no soldiers as that. They're going to find it a massively hard job to actually hold fire despite having that Uber advantage, and England just going to come swarming forward. They're playing really well in their advantages at the moment. Pushes aren't working out well themselves, but England are doing a really good job of pushing when they need to.
Yeah, the French now have a 40% advantage, so Bull's Uber charge nearing 100%, and that's going to start them pushing out through Haunter here. T-Mac leading the Uber, and Cadis is caught a little bit far ahead. He's on half health at the moment, but T-Mac seems to have lost where he was, and as he gets juggled around all over the place, it seems like England might well be able to hold this. No, Cadis finally does go down, but he trades for T-Mac, and England still aren't in too bad a position.
Raymond's on 90%.
Back into trash. Yeah, now they have their Uber
surely going to come out. Bull is dangerously close to choke still, but the Uber is so passive at the moment. They're just trying to deal with those 2 scouts. The Frenchies did actually get that cap, so they needed to do that to stop the Frenchies running to last. England spawners are going to come in, and Nico and Flippy surely aren't going to be able to take this. Cadis is there to back up the scouts as well. He's on the point, Nico! They don't focus Nico.
They spent far too long focusing Flippy, and they forgot about Nico. And Nico just thought, well, that's fine by me. I'm just going to run onto the point here and caps it off. That's the second sneaky cap by Nico that we've seen.
Take it back.
But brilliant play
already
there.
out the window.
Yeah, definitely. Well, my prediction is, I predicted 7-2. As we go into this third middle, Cadis again bullying Exxon back into the house. A lot of down on the soldiers there, the French soldiers, as they came out of the house, and a big bomb in from Drak. But Exxon takes him down with some sticky trap that he'd hidden very defensively, and was on very low health as well. None of the French players have gone down, so they're going to get some buffs up and push back in. The health is incredibly weak for everybody on France, but they've got a 3-player advantage. England still don't want to back out. Warren start playing so far forward, but now that the heals have come in for France,
the
they're forced to.
Exxon over the top is so close to catching Raymond. He was full health though, so it wouldn't have mattered, but it was really close from my perspective. Yeah, England could have definitely done that, I think, had they known what I now know with my health bars, that the Frenchies, and as you said, was so weak. As Exxon comes really far forward, picks up War, it's going to be so much harder. And Cadis might be caught out here, gets saved by the Uber from Raymond, but it doesn't look like they're in a position to get Bull's Uber out at the moment. So England really looking bad for this round, but their back cap at the moment is going to draw players back. Finally, Buttnose has to hightail it out of there, but he's loosened the pressure on Spyro a lot now, which means England can push forward. They do pick up Nico, but now the French combo is coming back in. Exxon to back them up. They really can't stay on Spy for long, England. They're going to get caught in that French Uber, and that is somewhere they really don't want to be right now.
But Buttnose is in onto Bull, and he's taking him down to such low health, and does actually get the force off, even though T-Mac picked up the kill. So now Bull has used his Uber charge. Raymond only on 30%, so there's no Ubers in the equation here. And T-Mac now making the counter play onto Raymond. Oh, it does get taken down by Drak. Nice defense there from the English roamer as he paired up with the rest of the team to take down the aggressive soldier. And France are holding so far back at the moment. They realise that they haven't got Exxon, nobody to deny at the choke point. And it's only Nico that's far forward, engaging the English flank. He's a surefire pick though for England. Yep, they do take him. But Exxon jumped up. Put some tanks over the top of the house and knocked Raymond down to nearly half HP. That could have gone well, but just a little bit off. Unlucky there with his pipe placement.
Yeah, really easy to be absent-mindedly stood in those spots where you can take so much damage. As England look like they're going to push around reset at the moment. Uber comes out, War tries to get forward, but the English counter-aggression is just being completely evaded really well at the moment by England. As Bull is stuck out in trash though, and War has come right behind him. War going to pick up on the flag onto Bull surely. He's still in trash at the moment, as the French back cap might go out here, and England definitely have to retreat. They've got 3 players back at the moment to block it. The Flippy's going to go down. I think he must have been the back capper, as War is actually going to make it out as well. and England had to back off to choke there. They had the better exchange. They got the frag on Bull as well, and they've got uber advantage now. But again, we see a back cap foils England's plans in pushing forward.
Yeah, it seems like the flank of France are just able to get around them at every opportunity while they're pushing Spire.
Permzilla wouldn't have let that happen.
Permzilla would have been on that, but poor little Buttnose and Stark are just completely bamboozled by the plays of the French, and it really is loosening the pressure on France quite a bit.
Sniper from
Flippy sniper at the moment on the balcony. He's watching the choke point. Is he going to be able to get a pick?
War coming really far forward there, and Drak's going into. They're just completely sacrificing their shoulders. That must have been a headshot onto Drak. He lost so much health so quickly. He's going to surely get a body shot as well as Drak tries to get some spam out onto the soldier, but Drak will eventually go down. And the rest of England is just sort of hanging about in house at the moment, not there to back up their soldier at all. As Exxon is put dangerously low on balcony, he will pick up health from Resup as the English Uber comes around main choke. There's no demo there at the moment to help the French combo, but they're kiting Cadis' damage so well. The Uber doing
Brilliant
nothing.
dodging by Bull.
10 HP. Wow.
Brilliant dodging by Bull on 90 HP there. Absolutely saving for his team. Nice headshot coming out by Flippy. They take down Buttnose as well, and Bull now has his Uber charge. T-Mac nicely defending him. Isn't going to pop. Isn't going to pop to Stark, is he? Brilliant holding by Bull as well.
This has been so well right now.
Yeah, absolutely carrying his team through this Uber exchange as he managed to dodge away from Cadis as he came in Ubered, and then not popping there from the pressure of Stark. And this is leading them to take up mid and probably Spire as well. They have a 50% Uber. They need to be getting forward quickly though. Flippy's still on sniper. That is going to
that's going to be terrifying.
It's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them though, I think, for pushing Spire. A sniper is taking up a very valuable scout class, which is great for the cap time. But it looks like they're going to have Resup anyway. Bull has used his Uber charge to save T-Mac.
Oh, Exxon, surely he's overextended. He jumped right towards face. Exxon will go down, and the French actually got no main frags from their Uber, and the Uber's just going to come straight back out from England. They're not in a good position though. They need to get forward. Cadis though, really nice thing. He takes down Bull. That was really good work. It looked like the Frenchies were going to kite that completely, only getting the sniper frag. But T-Mac is still in, gets 2 frags. Both England scouts now down, and Dagan is onto Raymond. He's 2 HP though, and Raymond will survive on 100. The Frenchies look like they were making the best of a bad situation there, but England are going to come out on top this time. As Exxon spawns early, he's going to jump in for Raymond. Can he get the damage down? Oh, was that an air pipe?
I'm not sure what happened there, but I think he crated somehow. I think it was an air sticky above his head and he crated. But yeah, the French not making the most of that 50% advantage. They pushed through Resup and it was a really terrible pop, and then after Uber exchange was quite poor. So a nice hold by England, and that's going to give them the Spire as well here as France just back off completely onto last. The Uber's now a slight advantage for Raymond, something like 35%. The longer they take capping the Spire, the more Bull is going to get his Uber active, and Flippy running the engineer as well, just to slow them down a little.
Yeah, they really need to work quickly here. Bull on 80%. They really need to go. They don't need to worry about buffing at the moment. As long as they get into Bull's face, they're gonna have a much better situation than if he gets his Uber. And Bull does hit his Uber. He pops up now. They get 2 entry frags along with the sentry gun, that is. But the French now get 2 back in exchange, and we're just going to have a straight DM fight. The Frenchies are all on the floor at the moment. They're so weak.
Yeah, terrible position
give
for
them
the
help.
French.
Drak on point, but they're just coming in one by one at the moment. England. Cadis is still stuck behind point. Eventually gets down, but they do get Bull down. Buttnose is still dancing around behind the point, but the spawn's coming in for the Frenchies. This is not going to work well for England. They need to back out.
Yeah, I think Cadis overcommitted there. He was a little bit too anxious to get into the fight quickly. If he just kept his high ground instead of going behind the point to try and draw eyes, I think he could have done a lot more damage.
Yeah, it was Raymond who got Bull in the end in that melee with the arrow from main. Very impressive there. As they're pushing out now at the moment, Exxon once again overextended. He jumped sky high, tried to rain damage down on England, but they were all too aware of it, and he got completely destroyed in the air. Raymond now with Uber advantage, going to move through main. They've got 2 pick advantages though, so they might just go in cold. But once that spam comes in from main, they did want to just take their time at the moment. Buttnose coming in there and Drak coming in from the flank, not getting the memo, and they're just going to lose massive amounts of players here before they come in. But Buttnose doing massive work, getting 2 frags. Save the day. There's going to be 2 England players. Cadis backing up from main. This should be a successful push for England.
Yeah,
first of many opportunities.
Yeah, they had a lot of opportunities to push last there. That's the first successful one they've had, and they bring it to 2-1. We have a game on our hands. France still dominant on this map, but England's starting to come back into it, and that's going to give them some momentum to attack this. The 4th mid fight. Takes it away, Ali.
Yeah, I'm watching Cadis. He gets the middle pretty quickly at the moment. Gets the sticky across point. Exxon going for the regular rollout here. No massive jump, no massive aggressive plays so far at the moment. Just general pipe spam going out across. The big jump comes from T-Mac. Nico picks up Flippy underneath the point, and Nico is now chasing down Cadis. But the frags are all coming in England's favour at the moment as Drag picks up 2, Stark picks up 1. Still both medics alive, so we've still got quite a fight going on here on point. I think I saw an air shot go out there, I'm not sure.
Oh, Drag picks up his 3rd of the mid with the skill stick kill onto Exxon. Brilliant play from Jack though, honestly. Even though the last kill was a little bit gimmicky, he did so much work on that mid.
I think that was his
3
third
frags,
frag,
was
yeah,
distracting.
middle.
Yeah. Big play from the England roamer. And that's going to force the French back onto last. They do have Flippy on engineer again. The sentry last time did absolutely nothing, but Flippy decided that was just a fluke, and he's going to make it work this time. England actually took it out last time from main with double soldier spam, so we'll see if that happens again, or if the French have realised that and are going to possibly put a sticky trap down there or put some counter spam onto them.
Yeah, they're doing the exact
same thing happens.
Yeah, and Flippy tries to rebuild it at the moment, but it's just with that level 1 sentry, it's almost, I'd much rather have a scout kind of thing. He's just going to be waiting in spawn, and as soon as it goes down, he's going to jump the scout. Just going to soak up some of that early damage. Both teams just sitting here at the moment. Both have got Uber, just looking for that extra pick, which is going to give them the edge when it comes to the push. England getting impatient though there. A round down, going to come in, force out the Frenchies Uber. Meanwhile, no other push can come in because that sentry is just completely denied. War looked like he might actually be caught here as the French Uber lasts a couple of seconds longer. Neither player is going down though. War doing a good job of getting out, and Kate is backing him up, and we're going to see the same situation. But this time Nico's behind actually. He's having a 1v1 fight with Stark. Stark wins that fight, and they do get the sentry down, so England might push in cold here. Sentry's still trying to get something down main, but Cadis will instantly take it down as War pushes in back up top. He's quite low, but now Stark's in with that Scar gun, gets taken down to so slow HP, and England are storming in at the moment. 3 frags. There's so much work needs to be done at the moment by Exxon. He's surely not going to do it, and surely this is going to be England's 2nd round. Come on. Close games. Not biased at all. Just want a close game.
Not biased, just want a close game. It was a great repush by England, though. I think you have to give them credit there. That was brilliant. Stark making a load of room on the top left, and Cadis pushing in from main. The flank coming in from the top right and bottom. It was textbook stuff. It was perfect. Who are you watching on the mid, Ali?
Well, Cadis made such an impact last game. He just did so much early damage, but it looks like T-Mac is going to be the one to watch as he dives right behind England at the moment. Going to draw a bit of focus, but I don't think they've seen him. He's going to be coming up House and Raymond in a second, so we're going to see if he makes a play as England just comes storming across point. He now gets some damage onto Raymond, but he juggles him into Valley, and Raymond might be alright here. Meanwhile, the rest of the French team is being completely decimated forward. Just such dominant play by England. Cadis will go down to Dagan, who's the last survivor, but he's going to be taken down in the end, and England going to cap off another mid. Slightly less convincingly than last time, but still, they kept Raymond alive, so they should have a fairly easy take of 2nd.
Yeah, definitely. They'll have a really easy take of 2nd, and they'll have that Uber advantage for last. Stark opting not to actually cap Spire off, and going really aggressively onto Exxon does actually pick him up, so that's the demo man down for France. And that's going to be even easier for them to be able to take Spire, but they have taken quite a while, the spawners for England getting into the fray. So France able to set up a defense on this Spire. They have Flippy on Sniper. The England pushing through this resup area. War is taken down as he pushed a little bit further forward than his heals. And the Uber comes off now. Flippy getting pressured really hard, but the Uber not actually doing anything as they transition around through trash.
Yeah, Nika's still up on that Spire, and England all caught on the floor at the moment. They're going to find it hard to do just, and Dagan just hit a massive rocket onto Buttnose, which is going to take him out in the fight. Drac with the counter bomb gets into Dagan face, gets him really low, but Dagan will take him down. So Frenchie's still in quite a dominating position at the moment. The sticky from Exxon takes down 2. That's going to be massive. Cadis is caught alone in trash at the moment. He's got health to jump out, but Dagan is right on him. He should have got out earlier. Cadis surely going to go down here. Meanwhile, we lose Raymond behind as Nico comes in, and Cadis is just trying to focus forward. Probably should have done more to get his medic out there, but really nice play from the Frenchies to hold from there.
Yeah, brilliant baiting of the Uber and just dodged all around them, and then a nice repush. Drac hiding around Choke, and Stark has respawned on Sniper. Drac jumping all the way around, managed to take down Exxon, so that's no demo man for France. Stark also Sniper is going to delay them a little bit around choke point, and Flippy and Nico are too far in now. I think overextended a little bit. If they could get anybody from England pressuring the point.
Stark peeking with that sniper rifle from main, but the push from France coming around that repair is going to completely deny him getting anything successful done, and their combo is just going to walk in lobby, get down Buttnose. Cadis gets down T-Mac on Spire. Stood on balcony, still doing really good work from there, but the French combos come all the way around. They are going to Uber, surely going to pick up the frag onto War. No, he's going to escape with the skill stick all the way out to resup. French is going to claim Spire, but they really didn't need to Uber there.
Cadis has jumped really aggressively onto Spire. He's miles ahead of his team and instantly going to be taken down. Poor play by Cadis, I think. Had nobody to back him up there with Stark on Sniper and War already down from Nico as he chased him out while he was willing to skill stick. Frenchie's coming in through main.
Still Exo getting sneakies onto point, but Dagan is just a bit too far ahead of his team as Flippy goes down as well, and they're just the 2-player disadvantage. They really wanted to push there because they got the Uber disadvantage, and England was still away off it, which is definitely the right decision. Didn't work out for them, and now they really have to get back because England are going to be pushing forward with that Uber. But it looks like Nico might be waiting for the back cap actually.
And Dagan has respawned on Spy as well, so Nico going for the back cap and Dagan on Spy.
Going to be a 1v1.
They might find it difficult to
Drak versus Nico on last.
The last though. Block Spire.
Drak down to 60 HP, 20 HP, tries to get the seal stick, fourth of his game, but Nico's going to win the fight. Nico will cap last. Really nice play from Nico there. He's been so good this game at getting his flank plays. A true French Greg.
Yes, that is exactly what he is. The French answer to infused Greg, getting all these back-cap plays and all the sneaky stuff, making England look like fools, Ali, fools.
Cadis is super fast in this middle though. He's going to be able to put the pressure down, but half the players have gone round from Valley, so Cadis is going to have no one to aim at the start. And T-Mac's just going to instantly get down Raymond. England are just going to try and have to back out really quickly here. It's a good decision, and they might not lose anyone else, but their whole team is so weak. Buttnose is the last player in. He can still get out here on 11 HP. England escaped. They all had such weak health. A couple of them gone to reset now. Really nice play from T-Mac to instantly take down the English medic, but nice play from England actually to survive, so they're not going to get completely taken out on the second. And the quick switch from Stark onto Spy. So he's stood under Stone Bridge at the moment. Going to try and get forward. He must be on Dead Ringer. Cloak and Dagger. Sorry, Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, mixing up with Spy.
He's behind Bull now. He's got. Is he going to uncloak? No, he's creeping up behind him. Bull has his supercharge now. He has uncloaked.
Bull has no idea. He's going to get him. Can he get another one?
Sick stab by Stark. Nice patience there, just perfectly paying off. And a little bit of English aggression at the same time, just to finish off a load of other French players.
Yeah, Drak got 2 on the flank there. We're completely not giving credit there. Just a much more skillful player than just walking up behind a player. Ips made it look slightly hard though in that main call versus TF versus the Nuts and Rollerbladers in the Invitational, if you saw that.
Call out.
he got a really good stab another time when Nutson actually healed him, but that is not the conversation for here. Stark doing a good job there. It's going to stave off the aggression of the Frenchies. England will have that advantage, and they will have about a 20-second margin where Bull still won't have his Uber to push out. It looks like they want to go out of drop down. Nico still hiding in reset. He might come for the back cap in a minute as the English Uber comes out to Spire. Nico will jump for last. Drak is going to be on last. It's going to be a fight on last again, once more again. Nico versus Drak. This time Drak has got the better end of it though. So surely he...
No, he
has got the better end
He's
of it.
getting absolutely destroyed. But he hits a sick rocket at the end there, along with a meat shot from Stark. Yeah. I thought Nico was going to get it again.
I thought he was going to get it.
Spire as well. So
at last rocket says Nico in chat.
Oh, Cadis has jumped behind onto the diagonal of the wooden bridge. And he kills him with the roller. Poor Bull. Cadis with such an aggressive attack there. And if they push Reese up, they might actually catch Exxon as well, who's on half health. Exxon going down to such low health there, but they're going to catch T-Mac and Flippy.
Look how weak the French team is at the moment. Flippy down, they took down T-Mac, who was so low as well, but Stark looks like he wants to chase that Flippy frag. Exxon is going to be there to backing up and will take down Starky, but Nico going down on the flank as well, equalises that scout differential, but Dagan just comes in from drop down, hits a really nice direct onto Raven, takes him down, and the Frenchies are surely going to push out here, despite not having their medic exactly with them right now. Google on 40 HP, just went to resup, but the Frenchies are completely destroying the English on Spire at the moment. Flippy out there, roaming around with 125 health. Buttnose is trying to get on his case, and it's going to be a scout fight on Bridge at the moment. There's going to be a Demoman fight on Spire as well. They kill each other.
Both kill each other. Mutually assured destruction there on Spire. Stark coming up, he's going to be fighting against Nico. They can't kill each other. Flippy's coming to help him out as well, and Stark's going to get destroyed there by both of the French scouts, showing him who's boss, and they're going to cap that off and secure the Spire for France. Vive la France!
Yeah, I'm really loving France's play at the moment. They lose these massive advantages, but just come out when they really shouldn't. They're really good at turning around bad situations, and now they're just going to be pushed out. England is going to have an advantage, but it's not going to be fairly significant at the moment, so we are going to see a straight DM fight as the 2 French scouts get insane press onto Raymond, both of them hitting their shots. Both go down in the end, but picking up 2 scouts from medic frag is still fairly decent in the right situations. But now Drak is coming onto Bull. He will just be taken down though, and Bull survives on 40 HP. But Buttnose and Stark are behind for the moment. The Exxon is down to 30 HP. The scout is surely going to drop from balcony at the moment. Who will they go for? Demoman or medic? Buttnose will take down T-Mac though, and the scouts look like they've been enough of a distraction to allow War certainly to get in, if not the rest of the England team, to cap that Spire off. I'm not sure they can stay there for long as Exxon comes out to get Spire from balcony, but the English back up. Yeah, they're still so far away. Why have the French given this up? They have uber advantage as well.
Yeah.
I don't
think that the French realised how far back the English heels were. Otherwise, they should have definitely contested that. They just got a little bit intimidated by both the scouts, Stark and Buttnose, as they were hiding up there on the Spire. French now taking up a lobby, realising that they have this 50% advantage and they can push out with it. But no, now they're going back to last. This is passive play from the French that we haven't quite seen from either team so far. Thrown away that uber advantage, possibly lost track of it, something like that. I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe a miscommunication or just
so far ahead,
safe play from the French.
There's
only a minute and a half left. Maybe they just think they can turtle it. They're 3-2 ahead. Why take the risk of trying to push out onto Spire? But Exxon loves taking risks. He nearly got picked there on upper lobby, trying to peek for no good reason. Please don't through this Exxon. Flippy's on heavy as well on that top right area. Are they going to be able to defend this maybe final push? The Uber comes in from Warher, yeah, on the top right hand side. They do pop it out from Dagan and Abul, but the Uber hasn't had to be flashed yet. Slightly better for France, but they don't have any position now.
England push to the floor. England, if they'd been aware of that, they could have pushed in right back in. I'm not sure why both Dagan and Flippy dropped to the floor on their respective classes. The scout now runs in, tries to make a bit of a distraction, but Buttnose will just go down so quickly. Kada's quite weak in main at the moment. They're just not finding any openings. They do have an uber advantage, and if they keep building well, then they should be alright. But Kada's going down to Exxon's pipe really isn't going to help. And are the French just going to push out here, or are they going to be content to sit on their advantage? That is the question. They
should just sit on their advantage. At this point, passive play is the way forward. You've only got 40 seconds left. Play the clock. But Buttnose, Flippy's on Spire actually, just to distract. But Buttnose has gone Spy, and he's going to try and get a sneaky back cap, I would imagine. Only 30 seconds left. He's
Maybe
the last hope for England. But Exxon's in the pipe.
He's right behind him.
He is right behind him, but there's only 20 seconds left.
He needs to jump round that corner. Has Bull seen him? He goes to the jump stab, misses it, but gets him the second time. But there's no one looked for him then. He missed the first stab, but it doesn't matter because England is just going to come in now, surely, with that Uber. They've lost 2 players already, but that Uber charge,
England
surely...
don't have the Uber.
They're
only on 40%, so this is just going to be a huge DM fight.
It's a massive DM fight, sorry.
And England have lost it.
They've lost it. The hole from the Frenchies. I thought England had an Uber there, but no. Buttnose's big play is gonna not help though. There's a throw by the English players going down before Buttnose went in there, I think. But yeah.
Come on, France! Nice
work.
Yeah,
that was incredible by the Frenchies, especially as we predicted a win for England kind of thing. England really need to turn it on at the moment because the Frenchies are playing so well.
Yeah, that was brilliant by France. Really impressed by them. Everybody coming out with their incredible plays. Nico with some incredibly sneaky backcamps. Boogle played a blinder on Medic. Dagan and T-Mac pulling out their own special things on mid and getting some sick plays. And Exxon, although he makes me tingle with that overextension that he does, hitting his own nice pipes and trapping people off in certain areas. Brilliant from the French, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Gully Wash goes, as I thought that France would actually have an advantage on that map more than Badlands.
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember whose pick was who. I think this might have been England's pick, actually. I'm not entirely sure.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
I should probably go check Slack. But either way, have you got logs up?
I do have those logs up at the moment, and I believe they will be on the stream as well. We see Hadis topping the damage there, almost getting 10k pretty much. Warher, yeah, also second damaging and top fragging. Oh no, not quite top fragging actually, with 26 for 16. So big players from the England combo, but kind of let down by their Stark duo, their scout duo of Stark and Buttnose, who both got around 200 damage per minute and really not living up to the big plays of Nico, who went 29 for 17 in the game. Flippy actually having a terrible game, going 11 for 20, but Nico just carrying the flank there, 29 for 17 with two back caps, I think, and then one cap where both the scouts were going in and he just sat on the point. I mean, really good play. I'm sure England would pull out the excuse that, you know, the actual last caps that they got were kind of cheese caps, you know, where they're not actually pushing in and winning in the frags and taking the area. They're kind of abusing the weak flank or abusing the fact that they haven't covered an exit. But that how rounds are lost, and England should really be, and will have to be on this map, much more careful of pushing out from last.
Yeah, as you said, England are topping the damage charts, and yeah, just doing so much better damage-wise, but their scouts are just not living up to things. And the fact that Flippy can be on the board getting such less damage than the rest of the scouts, and yet they're just doing so well on the flank, is just really tantamount to how good the Frenchies are playing together, and especially better than the English in terms of controlling their flanks and not letting backcaps through, because there have been situations where the Frenchies have had backcaps not just on last, but on transitions as well, backcapping mid when the English are pushing Spire, etc., which has just taken the entire sting out of pushes and means that England, like, no matter, even if they've got big advantages, they're just completely thrown away by losing their flank. Like, Ubers aren't controlling the game as much at the moment as they should be. It's a lot more to do with flanks and such.
Yeah. It's interesting to note as well that England had more frags and more damage, quite considerably as well, than the French did. And they were winning their fair share of these team fights and things, but the French just able to release pressure in different ways without needing the damage or frags, like with the backcaps or with nice distracting plays from T-Mac, and they translated it into rounds. And really, at the end of the day, that is what matters. It's not about these frags or damage, it's about the rounds captured.
Yeah, definitely. England just not seeming as controlling as they were against Germany. I mean, it's hard to compare teams, but I think England were playing worse. But France are just doing such a brilliant counter to the way England are playing. They're not taking... England are playing a lot with their scouts around their combo, which is why they're losing a lot of the flank plays. And France are just not playing England's game at all. They're just playing their own way and playing such a good counter to England that it makes you think that France-Lithuania should have been the final right now. The big call out gets my own nation.
What do you think about the decision to remove Permzilla? Could Permzilla have saved it for England?
Well, it's hard to say. I think Nico's playing out of his skin, so whoever he goes up against, I think he would have done better. But I don't know, it's hard to say. When Perm played the quarters, the round of 16 and the semis, like, was the flank more his area to cover or what? Because I mean, I think he top fragged both maps in the quarters, which implies he's more of an aggressive scout. So I imagine the flank would have been his zone. So I don't know. You can say a lot of ifs and buts. I think he agreed that this is the stronger team that England could have fielded, but on paper that is. But whether it's the height of their team at the moment is a different matter. Either way, I think if we shouldn't talk a bit too much about that, because it is the Frenchies who are playing really well at the moment and not the English that are throwing.